Hey cruisers, after having sailed on nearly 200 cruises on 23 different cruise lines and having achieved top tier loyalty status on most cruise lines, we've been asked to provide you with a list of our top 10 recommendations for cruising. So here we go.
Tip 1. Insurance. Take out insurance which covers trip cancellation, delay, and medical. Many travel agents prefer to sell third-party policies that provide them with higher commissions. But many cruise line policies now provide you the option to cancel for any reason. Medical insurance is important because many policies, like Medicare, may not cover claims made outside of the U.S.
Tip 2. Medication. Carry your medications with you. Do not pack them in your luggage as they may get lost or delayed. Tip 3. Stay healthy. Choose low midship cabins to avoid seasickness. Treat every surface as though it's infected, including chairs and menus. Clean your cabin, including the remote control, preferably with a disinfectant that kills norovirus. Always wash your hands when returning to the cabin, after using the bathroom, and before meals. Wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Use hand sanitizer only to supplement, not replace, proper hand washing. Never eat or touch your face before washing your hands, and always avoid public restrooms and buffets. Tip 4. LIFO for lifeboats. For ships in which lifeboat drills are held in inside public areas, the first to arrive will be able to find seating. Those who arrive late may not. But for those ships which muster outside or on deck, the last in is the first out. Be the last to arrive and you'll be the first to leave. Tip 5. Ask your waiter. Ask your waiter for nightly recommendations. He or she knows what dishes are best and wants you to be happy and reflect such in your post-cruise survey. Don't be afraid to ask for another dish if the selection is not to your liking, or seconds if it is. Tip 6. Build loyalty credits to enjoy loyalty rewards. Choose a brand best suited to your taste. Do you prefer large ships or small, lots of activities or quiet luxury? And stick with that brand to build loyalty benefits. Tip 7. Choose your travel agent wisely. This is especially important when new to cruising. Ask, how long have they been in business? How many full cruises and on which cruise lines have they sailed? What industry or CLIA certifications have they earned? An experienced agent's advice can make the difference between a wonderful vacation and a miserable experience. Tip 8. Hand carry all valuables. Do not send jewelry, electronics, expensive dive gear, or other valuables in luggage that will be handled by shoreside staff. Carry it with you. We have personally experienced loss and have heard similar stories from others. Tip 9. Port days. Use days in port, especially mornings before those on tour return for lunch, to enjoy the ship's facilities when the ship is relatively quiet. And last but not least, Tip 10. When going ashore in port. Book shore excursions through the cruise line. Most of the excursions are competitive in price, and the cruise lines vet operators for safety and quality. Also, the ship will delay sailing only for its own excursions if they return late. When disembarking the vessel, take a picture with your digital camera or phone of the sign by the gangway. When you get home, it will remind you of which port your pictures were taken in, and it will also serve as a reference while ashore if you forget what time all aboard is.
Hey cruisers, so we're here today in Barbados, and here's a tip for you on going ashore. Number 1, when leaving the ship, always make sure that you check what time all aboard is, so you won't miss that ship sailing off without you. Number 2, always take your daily port planner with you. Why? In case of emergency, in case you're left behind, in case you're stuck in traffic and don't make it back before the ship sails. On the back of your daily planner, you have here the information regarding the ship's port agent to contact in emergencies. So it's the last night of our Crystal cruise, and we're faced with an issue that is a long-standing one for people traveling on luxury products that include gratuities. And that is, since all my gratuities are included, should I leave anything additional? It's a very personal issue, a personal matter. If you were to leave the vessel when all gratuities are included, and not leave a penny for anybody else, that's perfectly fine. That's your decision. On the other hand, if there's someone that you feel special about, someone that's gone above and beyond, a head waiter, a maitre d', a cabin stewardess, or maybe a bartender who remembered your name and your special drink and always went and got it for you, then it's perfectly fine to leave them additional as well. The way that I look at it, it's like going on a regular cruise line, a non-luxury cruise line, where they charge you a per diem for gratuities. And sometimes you want to leave extra for some people besides that regular. It's the same thing we're going to do on Crystal. So here's a tip. If you go to the front desk prior to the last night, because you want to get this done before that, these things are always handled after midnight, they will have a little form that you can fill out. And on this form, it's called Supplemental Gratuities, and allows you to write down the name of the person and how much you want to leave. There's two advantages to this. One is that it goes on your credit card so that you can put this and get your extra points or what have you. Two is that they will then deliver to your cabin some certificates, some vouchers that you can then hand, rather than cash, hand to these individuals to show your appreciation. And finally, it can also help you if you have an onboard credit to use that onboard credit. So what we've done on this cruise, because we've had some very good service in our cabin steward, we're going to give our cabin stewardess a little bit more. We're going to give the head waiter, who always looked out for us and made some special meals for us, a little bit more. And we're going to give the maitre d', who always looked out for us and gave us a really nice table, no matter what restaurant we were dining in. Was looking out for us. We're going to give him a little bit. We're going to give the gentleman who brought our breakfast every day, on time or early, every day, with a smile, and got every order exactly right. And our favorite bar waiter, who would always greet us in the show lounge by name and have our drinks ready, then look for us around the pool if we were there to give us our favorite drinks. So again, it's totally up to you. It's totally a personal decision. You don't have to leave anything. But if you do, the cruise lines such as Crystal provide you a way that you can do it and facilitate that effort on your behalf.